there. So before you say I do, this may have you say I don't. One state proposing to force couples to take pre-wedding classes. Talk about giving love a bad name. It's enough to drive brides berserk. Colorado, the latest state pushing for mandatory pre-wedding classes before letting couples walk down the aisle. 10 hours for your first marriage, 20 hours for the second, and 30 hours if it's your third. Thank God I don't live in Colorado. Okay, Tracy, do you say I do to this idea?
Brenda, I did pre-Cana, I did therapy, I did everything with my now ex-husband. Apparently, you can't teach people to stay together. You grow, you change. This stuff just happens. You don't take compatibility courses before you walk down the aisle. Colorado is not going to teach people to stay together.
Okay, Jonas, do you want the organization that gave us the post office and the IRS to be telling us how to stay married?
Most definitely. Let's not forget Colorado just legalized marijuana, so you got to have a whole new set of rules to go along with that, like a cooling off period to get married, which this provides. You know, it's not the federal government doing it, so I don't see what the big deal is. A lot of states have a lot of bizarre rules. In New Jersey, you can't get a vanity plate if you have a DUI conviction. There's a high divorce rate. It's not good for the economy. We're lucky they didn't mandate you have to be 25 to get married, because I think that, like renting a car, because I think that would lower the divorce rate as well. So yeah, I say it's a move in the right direction.
You have a very good marriage. All right, John, you tell us what you think about this.
Jonas knows nothing about divorces. Look, I asked somebody who is a little bit of an expert on this, okay?
There are a few of us on the panel, John.
Exes spend a lot of money. It's actually very good for the economy. I'm happily married now. No pre-counseling this time. I hope whoever made this law was as high as Justin Bieber on that legal pot in Colorado, because otherwise they have to admit they are stupid. Stay out of marriage, government. But by the way, Colorado does have a great pro football team right now.
That's true. All right, we'll have more on the Beeb coming up later. Mark, what do you think?
Look, I'm not married. I haven't yet been married, but I happen to be really good at standardized tests, and I wonder if there's a testing component of this. Because then couldn't you... Then you could just lord it over your spouse the rest of your lives if you did particularly well on it. Okay. No, look, I think marriage is an education. You shouldn't require an education, from what I've been told anyway.
And somebody who could teach us all about this is Gary B. Because you've been married how many years?
It's going on 26.
All right. Wow. And what do you think? You didn't take a class, did you?
I take a class every day, Brenda. I'm going to be very honest.
Well, that's why you're saying things like that. That's why you're still married.
Look, in all seriousness, I wish someone had sat down. I mean, like I said, after 25 years, I still make mistakes that I wish I had, and I made a lot of them in the early years. But the fact remains, it's not the government's job to do that. If I had wanted to, I'm sure I could have read books and sought out counseling and done all that. Maybe it wouldn't have worked like Tracy. Maybe it would have. But that's not the government's role. It's not the government's role to tell us what to eat and all that other cockamamie stuff.
Let's not talk about mistakes anyway. All right, thanks, guys. And thanks to Mark for joining us. Well, after the hacking, get ready to be paying. Those credit cards may soon cost you more. But is it worth every penny? Plus, how Arnold's pumping iron spoof could pump up profits for you.
You have elbows and you have knees, so touchdown.